Welcome to qualifying, and after update 29 I'm expecting a very different battle to come. It's the AlphaTauri team event. Yuki Tsunoda and Nick de Vries are the drivers in question. What are we running? Well, this is the car setup we've got. We're increasing, got a few parts, but we just can't afford the upgrades at the moment. Thunderclap, Vector, all ready to come in, but we just can't afford the cost that comes with it. Drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Nick de Vries doesn't make it, nor does Yuki Tsunoda look. So we're going for the Epic Series 12 pair. So let's get qualifying underway. Let's have a look at the points that are in question as well. And as you can see, 47 points is it. Previously, we've been scoring around the 70s in qualifying, but that is a big drop in points. So let's see if we can get going in the right direction. Race 1, Miami. All right then, let's get into it and let's see how hard the AI really is. 66% chance of rain. I'm not really going to use any cuppers. I want to save them to the final round. That's the key. So if you see me not using cupper, then that will be the reason why. I mean, we've always said that we want 10 points, haven't we? That's always been what we're after. But the chances are I won't be, because this could get very tough. I'm using self-control only because I want to try and get through. If this free-to-play account is going to want to work, I really need to look after the boost amounts that I've got. So here we go. We get an average start with Hamilton. Decent start. Can we get through? And first corner, we haven't gained loads of positions like we have seen in the past. Leclerc 19th, Hamilton 20. Stop the count. We're on 11 points. We'll take it now because it's going to get a lot tougher, I imagine, as we carry on. As we come down to the turn. So we're going to probably do a 2-3-2 and a 3-2-2 is what I'm thinking. As we look at Charles Leclerc, Hamilton does lose a spot. We're going to just look after that power unit. It's the best way to go. That's what we want to do. Just want to keep that. We are going to boost Leclerc briefly. See if we can get a move up the Nico Hulkenberg's Haas. And at the minute, we can't. And he makes it pretty tough going. We're going to do a 2-2-3 with Leclerc. Basically want to not double stack at all. You can see Hamilton trying to get past us there. Couldn't get the job done. He's boosting hard though. And let's boost now Leclerc. Hamilton gets overtaken, but they're coming into the pits. Hopefully we can manage 3 laps on this medium. That's the whole point of this medium tyre selection. As we boost down the straight. Didn't really mean to. And then into the pits we come. Good stop needed by the AZWF1 pit crew team. And Hamilton is a couple of percent up on his current stint. Extra 2 laps to come for him. What about Leclerc? Coming out of the pits. P22. So not looking too bad. We all know it definitely seems a lot more difficult than it was in previous races. As we come round, I think we're gonna get stuck at quite a few people here. We're gonna push Leclerc then, because I reckon we've got a good number of cars we can now jump. We'll cut down Leclerc, and I'm gonna try softs on Hamilton, but I reckon I could have gone mediums. I can push a lot more than you think here, and with a lot of people coming into the pits, we send Leclerc into P16. And P15 he gets as well. So, good start. Let's push Hamilton around once more. And we'll cut down Leclerc. Medium tyres selected. Box at the end of this lap. And we can see if we can make some moves. Hamilton, though, still stuck a bit lower down the order. And here comes Leclerc for his last pit stop then. Mediums to go on. I've used a lot of that power unit up, and trust me, Mediums already you've seen are not the most durable tyre. But here comes Hamilton. They'll be faster than the hards, that's for sure. And we'll do one more lap here. As out comes Leclerc. P23. Not great, is it? We obviously want 10 points. We've got to beat the rival, that's key. It's always a bonus when you beat the rival. And down we go. Sargent behind us, who flies up the inside. And sadly, we're only on 6, but it's Sargent coming into the pits. Potentially next lap, though. And we're just covering off all the time, gaining that power unit. Next lap, potentially Sargent comes in, or does he come in this one? No, dumb is it. Don't go in. So we're building, and you can see that medium tyre is not the best selection. Reason being, we're so close to do 3 laps, but hard are going to be so slow against these AI. So we're just going to try and pick some cars off at the pit stops. Hamilton now motoring down. We've gone for the softs again. Quickest tyre. And P20, P22. We've got to try. It almost looks like we're standing still on the straight. And this could be a very difficult points. As we're overtaken. But we are going to gain what looks to be 1 position each. P20 and P21. We need some breakdowns because, yeah, we're not on a lot of points. We're on 9. We've managed to get to 9. And there's a breakdown. So we can get up to the 10 and 11. And I think we need to be careful. But we're going to push Hamilton now. We can't do a lot with Leclerc. I feel like he's going to be very vulnerable to Logan Sargent now as well. We're going to conserve. We can keep boosting Hamilton to the end. Can we hold off Sargent? Looks like we can. And I tell you what, with it self-control boost, no real benefit of boosts like Cuppa, I will absolutely take 11 points in the first race from Miami. Here we go in Spain. Race number 2. This used to be a nice little track for scoring points, especially with the Cuppas. Like I said, not going to be using them, but we're going to show you how to win without Cuppa. 19 and 23rd, so very decent position for Leclerc there. We'll absolutely take that. And 1 stop is very difficult now. Sorry, 2 stop, very difficult now. Beg your pardon. So we're going to use tuning on both because we've got a lot of them. And we're going to try and push hard. We need to create a big enough gap. But let's see what the race start is like. So we're going off to a decent start. Rival on softs. Now, from my initial play on my other account, it's very hard on this track to now do the 2-stop. It doesn't work as effective. And as we come round, we're in the carnage of the first few corners. We're going to cut down. Charles Leclerc P20, Lewis Hamilton P19, and well, not P19. What am I on about? Oh, I wish I was P19. As we go through, and we're starting to make some moves, and we can almost looking at that. I'm going to keep Hamilton conserving because I reckon we could do a cheeky little 5 lap with Hamilton. He's going to lose some positions. This is carnage at the moment. We're stuck in a massive train of cars, and Leclerc's trying to get through just on the medium boost. And yeah, you can see cars going backwards all the time as we get the accelerator out the corner and we get past the Alfa Romeo, my beloved Alfa Romeo, as of the new F1 Clash Community Championship. Remember, if you are watching, to go to settings on your game, go to Community, click the Nexus and add in as a WF1. I'll show you after this race as we carry on round. But any support, very much appreciated to us. And can we hold position? We've got Zhou Guan Yu coming back at us. And we definitely can't do 4 laps. Look, 37%. So we're going to have to stick to a 4-4. But we're just going to have a lot more power unit with Lewis Hamilton later on. The good news is we've got a bit of a gap. And we're going to boost. We're going to sacrifice Leclerc's power unit to create the gap between the two drivers. But this is a lot quicker than doing a 3-3-2 in the current state of the game. And you can see Leclerc, look at that, nice move into the last few corners. Does get in the pits, P15. Hamilton not too far behind him. We might double stack here. And we're going to double stack for a couple of seconds. That's going to hurt us a little bit. And out we come. So what we're going to do is now push Lewis Hamilton pretty hard. And just see if we can get ahead of all these hard pit stoppers out there. Probably not going to get ahead of many. We're probably going to get maybe 4. We might move up to 20th ourselves. But we're pushing to try and get past. And we're stuck behind Charles Leclerc. But we've managed to get through. Charles Leclerc P19. Hamilton down the straight. Doesn't make any positions up. But hard tyres have not pitted yet. Still, time for the hard tyre to be too slow. And there's a move by Charles Leclerc. Great move. Now on the officially kicked off the grid Nick de Vries. And that is nice and easy for us. P17. We've used all that unit. We're trying to be clever. And now P22. We're going to get a few more positions. Good move. This is good work on this account. As Nick de Vries obviously heard what we said and wants revenge at the moment. But we're on good. We're doing good. Any more pit stops ahead? Not quite. It's going to be like this to the end. We've got Leclerc in a very good position. P12. That's exactly what we needed. And Hamilton puts the anchors on like a boat. And survives. It's going to be difficult to gain any more positions. But we're going to try as Lewis Hamilton down in P13. Fancies a go at the old ASWF1. And he's going to get us. There you go. What about this hard tyre ahead of us? We're going to have that back though. And we're trying to get him back. Can't do it. Here comes the rival on the hard tyre. How's the rival? How are they flying past us? Damn it. But Leclerc with a massive 12 points. Hamilton 5 points. So that is a massive 17 points in the scheme of things. So let's just show you how you can put that code in. What you need to do to support me and help me earn a little bit more from the game and be a massive supporter. So that top left button, look, click settings. You want to go to community and support a creator. If you do that, put in ASWF1, click confirm. That is all you need to do. And you can see, support your favourite F1 Clash creator by entering their creator code. Any purchases you make in game will support the creator. So do that, add it in, and that'll be very much appreciated. Here we go then, Melbourne. Difficult track. Can we get some points on the board? We've seen so far, we've scored okay. But can we do some better? This is going to be tough though. Especially around here. It's very, very tight. And we've got to work out what we do. So I'm going to go softs on Leclerc. I'm going to go for an eagle. I'm going to try and do 5 hards. Mediums on Hamilton. And what good boost have we got that we've got a number of? Lumberjack. Simply because we've got 166 of them. So we're going to do a 3-5, which I think is going to be too slow. We're going to try it. Or we could do a 2-3-3, potentially. But let's see if we get a good start. Leclerc does get a good start. P16. That's what we needed. And at the minute, We're trying as hard. Leclerc really going after that Alfa Romeo again to try and get into P15, and he does. And we are then slipping down, so back to P16. So moving around all the time here. And is it possible that we can just hold on to a few positions? But Hamilton does go backwards. Leclerc's got a right traffic jam behind him. But we're going to cut down and then push a little bit more. He's still got Zhou up behind. Maybe suddenly, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, it's always the Alpines that are always in the way. And now, we are the AZW F1 Alfa Romeo captain. It's the Alfa Romeos in the way. So, I'm definitely going to go for the 5 laps, because I think just something to try. Especially as it's chaos round here. So come back for the hard tyres. Hamilton will do a 4-4, but we might have to go to the hards as well, because mediums just don't last too much to attack. So we're going to push Leclerc. Keep Albon behind us. It's like a suction vacuum. He's pulling us closer until he's past us. But yeah, Hamilton's not got the best tyres left. We can't really do a push lap at all. But we can try and just squeeze an extra tyre or two out of that corner. And at the minute, P16. We're going to come back for hards. Leclerc comes out. The pit exit trick still exists. And that is nearly proof. It's not as powerful anymore. But you could see the change of direction Leclerc made. And it nearly worked. As we're now up into P23. So, a lot of work to do. We've got Hamilton coming round the last few corners, trying to keep Logan Sargent off his back. And into the pits he goes, P16. It's not a bad run by him at all. And you can see Leclerc needs 75% over the line. He's all good on that. Hamilton, we come out on the hards. And we can't keep the rival behind. But we can get him pretty quickly. So we're going to keep pushing Leclerc and just see if we can keep up to the back of the cars in front. And at the minute, they're all hard tyres, which makes it a little bit harder for ourselves, because we needed some clean air instead, where we could really motor and get ahead of these via the undercut. But we're going to get a few, and you can see Leclerc up to P17, Hamilton coming through as well. And he's past the McLaren, or is he? No, not quite. But now we're going to probably go backwards, because with the hard tyre, it definitely means we're very, very slow. So we've got to keep pushing, but not use too much up. You can see Leclerc, 20%. And we might just have to let 1 or 2 cars go here. But Hamilton's keeping them at bay. And yet again, it's the Alfa Romeo in question. Can we keep them there though? And at the minute, we're doing a pretty good job. Team orders on the Alfa Romeo, that's what we've got now. And we're going to boost a little bit coming out of that corner. Anyone to pit ahead? Not really. One, Zhou Guanyu, Alfa Romeo, going to be pitting so we can get some more points. Oh no, I tell you what I haven't got. A lot of tyres. Charles Leclerc's only on 25. And we've got to get to 20. And with them coming in, I definitely wanted that 1 extra position. And we're going to get it. P17. Maybe we could have gone mediums with Hamilton. We've got Bottas ahead of us. Any room in the inn? Can we get through? We're going to try. Oh, I'm really trying. Leclerc. Can he keep Zhou Guanyu? The Alfa Romeo coming back at us. But we are going to lose that position. And it's going to be P18 over the line. Hamilton P21. And we will take the points here in Melbourne. It is another 10-point run at least. And we do finish Melbourne with 11 points. So the final race comes from Belgium, and after update 29, I expect this to be a very, very difficult circuit to race on, especially finding it tough on the main account, and you all know what that team score is compared to this one. We start P1, P20, P1, I wish, P21, P22. We're going to do a 2-2-2 and a 1-3-2 and see if it works. I'm going to try and not use any boosts. So yes, boosts are a great addition. I still thoroughly believe that. But for this case, we're not going to use any and see if we can pick up some points. So here we go then. Average start from Hamilton. That's interesting to see. Usually it's down in the poor section. And as we slowly trickle our way through the first corner, we've got Charles Leclerc pushing P18 with Lewis Hamilton out the back in P23. So down the straight, we're going to want to try make up some positions. Obviously, we're going to do the undercut with 3 laps coming on the mediums. Now, that's going to be tough with this car because it's not very quick, as you know, compared to the AI of Series 12. We should really be in contender. We could probably do well in Challenger, but really, on this account with the team score it is, we should be in contender. But, you know, we like a challenge. We want the rewards. We've had great rewards for the last 3 weeks, and we want to continue that. Hamilton is in. We could have done with a nice self-control or something, as Charles Leclerc moves up to P17. Hamilton comes out. He's the only one to have pitted on lap 1. And he comes out in some nice clean air, and we'll use that clean air to try and get closer to the rivals. 2-2-2, optimum strategy round here. So we're going to keep pushing and see if we can just pick up some more points. This 1-3-2 is a very good strategy also, but when you've got a car that's as slow as mine, it's pretty difficult to keep up the pace, especially with the tyres. If we had self-control or Eagle or something like that, we'd manage this a little bit better. But where does Leclerc come out? P20, P21, and Lewis Hamilton makes up a couple of positions up to P22. Expecting some pit stops though coming up shortly. And hopefully we can jump a few more positions. We've got Leclerc behind that very, very pacey McLaren. And hopefully we can gain some advantage. 21st and 23rd. Not looking too great at the minute, is it? As we get a move down the inside of Oscar Piastri. Can we get out ahead of the Haas? We can. Big move, P13. That suddenly looks very nice. But you know what's going to happen. We're going to pit. And we're going to come flying back down to earth. Both of us coming in this lap. Leclerc, optimum strategy, 2-2-2. Worked a treat, of course. Can we get a move on Nick de Vries? Yes, we can, up the inside. So P12. And we're about to go backwards very quickly. We're still pushing. And then we'll conserve down here. Hamilton 100% on the power unit. As in comes Leclerc. Big stop needed. Piastri is probably going to jump us because we've got to take some servicing. We're going to probably double stack as well. Not quite. 5.86 seconds. And you can see Piastri's gone. Piastri is gone compared to our pit stop time. Got the rival ahead on the hard tyres. If we can get past him pretty quickly, that would be ideal. And at the minute, stuck behind the hard tyres of Perez. Still stuck behind the tyres of Perez. And now we can get through. P21. And it's not going to get too much better than that, I don't think, because we've got a bit of a detach from the rest of the field. And Leclerc hasn't got tons of power unit to have a go. The rival has on the hard tyres. That's probably going to be difficult to hold on to, as we do get Sargent coming out of the pit. So one move made. We've got Hamilton in P24. Servicing's an issue on Hamilton now. I thought we'd be okay, but it looks like we're going to struggle on the servicing. We can't really push too much at all, which is annoying because we've got the power unit available. But let's see if we can gain any more positions. We've got there's Piastri. Look, it just took us all that time just to reach Piastri, who we were ahead of in the pits. Can we get ahead? Don't think we can. Sargent's pushing us, but he's not going to catch us. We are going to get P20, and sadly, Hamilton is going to come over the line in P24. Shame, because without boosts, it's a massive 6 points. 6 points. Sadly, not very good, was it? But that should see us through the qualifying round. That's the most important piece. And as you can see, as we look at the champion table at the moment, we sit P3, 45 points from 4 races, so averaging over 10 a race, which is exactly what we wanted to do from the free-to-play account. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's getting more difficult after the update. Bring on opening round.